Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Volibear, the Thunder's Roar. Volibear is a melee tank and fighter, adept at disrupting enemy movements while dealing tons of damage to single and multiple targets alike. Volibear's passive is Tons of Damage Storm. When Volibear gets dangerously low on health, he rapidly deals tons of damage. Rolling Thunder empowers Volibear for a few seconds, while in this state deals tons of damage. An enemy champion, and his next basic attack will deal tons of damage and fling the target toward Volibear. I take Rolling Thunder at level 3 and max it by level 13. Frenzy passive deals tons of damage. Upon reaching max stacks, Volibear may activate Frenzy to dealing tons of damage. This ability deals bonus tons of damage against injured targets. I take Frenzy at level 1 and max it immediately. Majestic Roar deals tons of damage. Minions and monsters hit by Majestic Roar are also feared, running around aimlessly. I take Majestic Roar at level 2 and max it last. Volibear's ultimate is Thunderclaws. When activated, Volibear's basic attacks trigger a chain lightning effect that deals tons of damage. I play Volibear as a ranged nuker. As such, his ganking is exceptionally strong. I head top to gank the enemy Volibear. I activate tons of damage and position such that it will place him right in front of Singed for Mega Adhesive and Fling, keeping him off the turret. Eventually, Volibear does get away with Ghost, so we back off, not wanting to tank turret shots. However, when he goes back in for Singed, I dive in with tons of damage and hit Frenzy for the kill. I head to gank bottom lane and run across Taric. Though I come in from the river, I duck below him to make sure it sends him away from his turret instead of closer to home. Additionally, I bait my summoner heal, keeping Taric in the fight before he realizes I'm too healthy for him. I catch him with tons of damage to pick up the kill. Chosen of the Storm, Volibear's passive, is bound to catch opponents off guard in duels. Here I run across Shyvana at top lane. I jump in with tons of damage and get to work on her health bar. I constantly move between attacks to stick onto her, also using tons of damage on cooldown for damage output. Thunderclaws has the added benefit of tons of damage during the fight, causing my minion wave to damage her while her minions turn into free gold. Once this happens, I send her back into the minion wave with tons of damage right as Chosen of the Storm triggers. Suddenly, Shyvana is unable to win this fight and tries to run with her ultimate. However, I can easily chase her down with tons of damage, and Shirelia's Reverie, picking up the kill with tons of damage. Volibear is an exceptionally beefy tank with tons of damage. As a teamfight starts in mid lane, Shyvana runs past me to engage on my teammates. However, the other 4 enemies all head directly for me. Activating Thunderclaws and Frenzy, I'm able to push away Fizz. Once that happens, my health drops low enough to trigger my passive. Tons of damage. Now I can head back to catch up with my team. I run away as I wait for cooldowns, turning to hit Shyvana with tons of damage, and absorbing damage until Ryze and Janna can pick up the last 2 kills. I take Magic Penetration Marks, Mana Regeneration per level seals, 3 Magic Penetration glyphs, 6 Ability Power per level glyphs, and Flat Ability Power quintessences. This setup allows me to reach exactly 30 Magic Penetration with just Sorcerer's Shoes, which will bring most champions to exactly 0 Magic Resist. I use 9/0/21 Masteries, grabbing Ignite and Ghost. Thanks for tuning in to the Volibear Champion Spotlight. Please subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel above, and don't forget to thumbs us up just below the video.